What does it mean to be truly aware of the world around you? To perceive all the forces that are shaping your environment? Hi, this is David Allen Greer for the Errant hashtag. Today's episode is entitled, Aware of the Situation. To Jorge, the problem was real, the solution obvious, even though it required him to lie to his GPS app. Lying to your software is a tricky business. Software is much like a small child. It will tolerate lies for a short time, especially if it finds the results cute or funny or shocking. Eventually, both software and child, though, tire of the lie and take offense at the liar. Jorge's lies were somewhat complex. He was trying to convince a specific GPS app that our neighborhood was a terrible place to drive. According to him, this specific app had been promoting the opposite idea and claiming that our neighborhood was a convenient shortcut between the suburbs and downtown. As a result, the traffic on our streets had substantially increased. This particular app is not merely a navigation tool. It's part of a growing number of applications that help us understand a specific environment and to make choices within that environment, a process that is often called situational awareness. This term, situational awareness, came into common usage in the mid-1990s after military planners started using it to describe how information technology was changing the role of battlefield decisions. Commanders who were fully aware of their situation would know the location of the enemy, the weapons deployed by that enemy, and the possible actions to counter an enemy, as well as the likely effectiveness of those actions. Situational awareness rather than skill, technology, or interactions between the two, argued one assessment of the 1991 Gulf War, came to dominate the tactical outcomes of that war. Since 2000, the term has expanded to apply to a variety of systems that support the management of complex infrastructure. We now speak of the situational awareness of power grids, of disaster relief efforts, and even of satellite debris. Situational awareness involves really three different activities: data collection, data processing, and action coordination. It gathers large amounts of data from across time and space, fits that data into some complex structure or ontology that helps us reason about our situation. And finally, it guides the user through an action that requires the coordination of many complex steps. Like so many applications of information technology, situational awareness breaks hierarchies. The users of these systems no longer have to rely on large human organizations to gather data, to draw conclusions, or to take action. By weakening hierarchies, such tools have brought substantial benefits to our economy and to our society. Yet, they've also weakened the position of that society as a whole entity by empowering the individual. While we applaud individual action and welcome individual insight, we have been often reminded that the goals of an individual can be narrow and selfish. The ability to act is not a guarantee that the action will benefit all. Well, Jorge's battle with situational awareness was short-lived. He shunned the traditional approach which would have rallied the neighborhood to demand limits on traffic. With little effort, he could have gotten them to support speed bumps, one-way streets, even threatening signs. Instead, he decided to generate data that would make our locality seem less appealing to those who wanted a fast route into the city. He bought a copy of the app, placed it in his car, and drove slowly through the neighborhood to suggest that the traffic was slow and congested. He falsely reported accidents and speed traps to the app, hoping that this information would discourage drivers. Initially, the app was delighted with Jorge and commended him for taking situational awareness seriously. However, within a few days, it realized that no one else was supporting Jorge or verifying his reports. After 10 days, it banned him from the site. Situational awareness may ultimately come to be viewed as one of the fundamental applications for computing technology. After all, it draws upon ideas and algorithms that have permeated this technology from its very inception. Furthermore, it exposes the foundational issue for any society. How do we balance the goals of the group against the aspirations of the individual? How do we see ourselves as a whole? And how are we situationally aware of the needs and goals of our individuals? This is David Allen Greer for Errant Hashtag. Take care.